Today, our Dayco technician is going to remove and replace the timing chain and its surrounding components on a General Motors 1.4-liter engine. This job will require the use of Dayco kit KTC1651, which comes with both a primary chain and an oil pump chain, 2 tensioners, 3 guides, and a crankshaft sprocket. This particular application and procedure is the same for several GM vehicles that have the 1.4-liter engine. Tools needed for this repair include a socket and wrench set, a torque wrench, and a special camshaft holder tool, part number EN51367, which you will likely need to order in advance. Start by removing the coils, spark plugs, and valve cover, and then remove all gaskets. Rotate the engine until the number 1 piston is at top dead center of the compression stroke. The camshaft actuator marks should be at the 12 o'clock position. Install the camshaft holder tool. Take off the harmonic balancer with a pulley remover, and then remove the front engine cover by unscrewing the bolts in the proper sequence. For this particular engine, you will also need to remove the oil filter and lower oil pan. Detach the oil pump flow control solenoid valve, and unscrew and set aside the upper oil pan cover. The first timing component to come off is the upper chain guide. Second is the timing chain tensioner and its bolts. Third, unscrew the timing chain guide bolts on each side and remove the chain guides. Now you can take off the primary chain. Next, remove the oil pump drive tensioner, the oil pump sprocket, the oil pump drive chain, and then the crankshaft sprocket. The engine is now ready for all new components. Assemble the new oil pump chain and crankshaft sprocket with the oil pump sprocket, and then install. Install the oil pump chain tensioner, torque its bolt to 89 inch-pounds, and pull the pin. Place the primary chain around the sprockets and check the colored links to ensure the marks on the camshaft actuators and the arrow on the crankshaft sprocket are aligned. Install both timing chain guides and tighten the bolts to 18 foot-pounds. Install the chain guide tensioner and tighten its bolts to 18 foot-pounds. Place the upper chain guide and torque its bolt to 89 inch-pounds. Now remove the tensioner pin. Take off the camshaft holder tool and check all the timing marks. Install the crankshaft bolt and then turn it clockwise for 2 full rotations. Check the camshaft position actuator marks to ensure they're both at the 12 o'clock position and the cylinder is at top dead center. Reinstall the camshaft holder tool to verify the engine is properly seated. If the tool does not sit, the timing is not accurate. Remove the tool and the crankshaft bolt. As a best practice, replace the crankshaft front oil seal at this time. Prep the upper oil pan with a 2.5 mm bead of continuous sealant. Place some on the bolts and then put the pan on the engine within 10 minutes. Tighten all 16 bolts on the pan to 89 inch-pounds using the following sequence. Reconnect the oil pump flow control solenoid valve. Prep the lower oil pan with a 2.5 mm bead of continuous sealant. Use thread locker on all the bolts and secure to the engine. Torque each bolt to 89 inch-pounds, following the proper sequence. Tap the coiled spring pins back into the front cover so they're flush with the sealing surface. Clean all mating surfaces and apply the noted amount of RTV sealant on the interior surface of the front engine cover, as shown. Apply sealant to the oil pan mating surface. As soon as all sealant is applied, install the front cover onto the engine block. The entire sealant process and placement should take place within a 10-minute window. Follow the recommended torque specifications and sequences for all 14 bolts. The number 2 front cover bolt should be tightened to 43 foot-pounds and the remaining to 11 foot-pounds. Make sure the valve cover surface is clean. Then apply a 5 mm thick bead of RTV sealant on both sides between the cylinder head and the engine front cover. Reinstall all the gaskets. Place the valve cover to the cylinder head and hand tighten all the bolts, then torque each one to 11 foot-pounds, following the noted sequence. Install the harmonic balancer and bolt following manufacturer's specifications. For more tips and information, visit our Tech Hub online.